Do you ever find yourself pausing at the bottom of a staircase, wondering if you have the energy to climb it? Do you feel that your legs are heavier, more tired than they used to be? Perhaps you're feeling unsteady on your feet, and the fear of a fall is always in the back of your mind. You're not imagining it, and it's not just getting old. There is a shocking fact that many people over 60, and especially those over 70, are never told. After we pass age 60, we can lose up to 3% of our muscle mass, our strength, and our function every single year. This condition has a name, sarcopenia. It literally means poverty of flesh, and it's the #1 reason why seniors lose their independence. It's why walking becomes a chore, not a pleasure. But what if I told you that a lot of this muscle loss isn't inevitable? What if I told you that 2 hidden foods you probably think are safe, are actively making this problem worse? And what if I told you that one specific, humble food that shocked me as a health practitioner, one you can buy for just a few dollars, has been shown in major university studies to help seniors build stronger muscles and walk with the faster, more confident strides they had at 30? The truth is, it's not about what you add, it's about what you remove and what you replace it with. And that's what we're going to cover today. I'm Dr. David, and today I'm going to reveal the 2 foods that are crippling your mobility, and then I'll share the 1 food that studies are showing can help seniors improve muscle function, boost stamina, and walk with the confidence they had at 30. Before we start, do me a favor, go to the comment section right now and tell me what is the 1 activity you would do more of if you felt stronger and more stable on your feet. Would you garden? Play with your grandkids? Go for a walk in the park? I'd love to hear it. All right, let's get started. The first food that is secretly destroying your muscle strength is sugar. And I'm not just talking about candy. I'm talking about sugary drinks, sodas, fruit juices, breakfast cereals, pastries, and biscuits. Why does it seem safe? Well, it's a quick pick-me-up. It gives you a burst of energy. We've been having tea and biscuits our whole life. A little sweet treat, what's the harm? Here is the hidden danger for those of us over 60. When you eat sugar, it triggers a massive inflammatory response in your body. Think of inflammation as a low-level fire smoldering in your joints and, most importantly, in your muscles. This fire makes it impossible for your muscles to repair themselves and grow stronger. But it gets worse. Sugar combines with the proteins in your body in a process called glycation. This creates harmful molecules called, very appropriately, AGEs, or advanced glycation end products. These AGEs are like rust. They make your tissues stiff, brittle, and weak. Your muscles, your joints, your blood vessels, they lose their bounce and their flexibility. The statistics are clear. A major study in the Journal of Gerontology directly linked high sugar intake to lower grip strength and significantly slower walking speed in seniors. It is poison for your mobility. I had a client, John, who was 72. He was a tea and biscuits man, always tired. His legs felt heavy. He was steadying himself on furniture to walk around his own home. He couldn't understand why. His diet was pretty light. We did an audit. We found he was consuming over 80 grams of hidden sugar a day, mostly from his healthy breakfast cereal, his sweetened tea, and his evening biscuits. We made 1 change. We cut out those 3 things. We replaced his cereal with plain oatmeal and berries. We got him to drink his tea plain. He swapped his biscuits for a handful of walnuts. The change, he told me, was like a fog lifting. In 6 weeks, he told me he could climb the stairs without holding the railing. His chronic knee pain, which he'd had for a decade, was 50% better. He wasn't just getting old. He was being poisoned by sugar. So the safer alternative is simple. Swap the soda and juice for water, or sparkling water with a slice of lemon. Swap the cookies and pastries for a piece of whole fruit, like an apple or a small handful of almonds. Read your labels. If sugar is one of the first 3 ingredients, put it back. Now, sugar isn't the only villain. The second one is even sneakier, and it shocked me as a health practitioner when I saw the data. You won't believe number 2. The second category of food that's wrecking your muscles is the easy lunch, specifically processed meats on refined white bread. Why does it seem safe? It's the classic sandwich. A little ham or bologna or turkey slices. It's quick, it's easy, it's packed with protein, and it's what we've always eaten. Here is the hidden danger. This is a devastating double whammy for senior health. First, let's talk about the processed meats. The ham, the salami, the hot dogs, even the healthy smoked turkey. They are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and nitrates. This combination is highly inflammatory, but the sodium is the real mobility killer. For someone over 60, that much sodium makes your body retain water, which puts a huge strain on your heart and your circulatory system. But worse, that high sodium, preservative-filled environment is toxic to your muscle cells. It stiffens your arteries, and stiff arteries mean less blood flow and less oxygen can get to your leg muscles. Your muscles are literally starving, even if you're eating protein. Second, the white bread. That soft, fluffy bread is just sugar in disguise. It has 0 fiber and 0 nutrients. It hits your bloodstream, spikes your blood sugar, and triggers that exact same inflammatory rusting process, those ages we just talked about. The research is terrifying. Data from the American Journal of Nutrition showed that a high intake of processed meats is linked to a 20% higher risk of mobility loss in older adults. It's actively stealing your ability to walk. I worked with a gentleman named David, 68. He was a widower and a sandwich for lunch guy every single day. He came to me with terrible, burning leg cramps at night and a deep weakness in his thighs. He was terrified of falling and becoming a burden on his children. His doctor just said, "It's your age." We looked at his diet. We swapped his white bread and ham sandwich for a bowl of lentil soup, or sometimes a salad with a can of tuna on top, or even just leftover grilled chicken from the night before. The change was profound. He told me, "I feel lighter. My legs don't feel like lead anymore." He was finally giving his body real nutrients and real protein, not a chemical and sugar cocktail. The safer alternative, instead of processed deli meats, choose real, simple protein, a can of salmon or tuna, a couple of hard-boiled eggs, grilled chicken, or plant-based proteins like chickpeas or lentils. And instead of white bread, choose 100% whole grain bread, or better yet, put that chicken on a big bed of salad grains. And that brings me to the good news. We've cleared out the 2 biggest muscle wreckers, the hidden sugars and the processed foods. Now it's time for the promise I made in the title. What is the one food that can help you get that pep back in your step?
Be a confident, insightful speaker. Are you ready for it? It's not an expensive supplement. It's not an exotic berry from the Amazon. The food that science is showing can dramatically help senior mobility is spinach. Yes, Popeye was right. And it's not just spinach. It's a whole family of foods. Kale, arugula, beet greens, Swiss chard, and even beets themselves. Here is why it works. And this is what's getting doctors and scientists so excited. These dark leafy greens are the #1 food source on the planet for a nutrient called dietary nitrate. Here's the simple 3-step process. Step 1, you eat spinach. Step 2, your body converts that nitrate into a miracle molecule called nitric oxide. Step 3, nitric oxide is a vasodilator. That's a fancy word, but think of it this way. It literally tells your blood vessels to relax, open up, and widen. For those of us over 60 or 70, this is a game changer. Our blood vessels naturally get stiffer with age. Nitric oxide fights this. Wider blood vessels mean more blood flow. More blood flow means more oxygen and more nutrients are delivered directly to your muscles, especially the big muscles in your legs. It's like upgrading a tiny kinked garden hose to a brand new fire hose. You are nourishing your muscles and washing away waste products faster. But that's not all. Nitric oxide also makes your mitochondria, those are the tiny power plants inside every one of your muscle cells, more efficient. They start to produce more energy with less waste. It's like getting better gas mileage for your own body. You get more power from the same amount of fuel. The proof is not just theory. A major study from Edith Cowan University in Australia followed people for 12 years. The results were stunning. People who ate just 1 cup of leafy greens per day had, get this, 11% stronger lower limb strength than those who didn't. Not only that, they had 4% faster walking speeds. 4% might not sound like much, but that's the difference between crossing the street before the light changes or not. It's the difference between keeping up with your grandkids or watching from a bench. And it gets even better. Leafy greens are also the #1 source of vitamin K1. Vitamin K is like the traffic cop for calcium in your body. It tells calcium to go into your bones, making them strong and dense, and to stay out of your arteries, where it can cause hardening and plaques. You can't walk like you're 30 if your bones are brittle and your arteries are stiff. This one food, spinach, kale, arugula, helps your muscles, your blood vessels, and your bones. I had a client, Mary, 74. She had already cut out most sugar and processed foods, but she was still stuck. She just felt frail. We added one simple thing. We supercharged her nitric oxide. We had her add a large spinach salad at lunch and a handful of kale blended into a simple fruit smoothie in the morning. She called me a month later. She was emotional. She said, "I walked to the end of my block and back, and I wasn't out of breath. I felt powerful." That is the power of nitric oxide. So how do you do this? It's simple. Aim for 1 cup of cooked or 2 cups of raw leafy greens every single day. Add a big handful of spinach to your scrambled eggs. It wilts down to almost nothing. Have a big salad with arugula or mixed greens for lunch. Blend a cup of kale into a fruit smoothie. I promise, with a banana or some berries, you won't even taste it. Sautéed spinach with a little garlic as a side for dinner. Drinking a small glass of beet juice is another powerful way to get this effect. Now, a very important warning. Because I am your trusted advisor, I must tell you this. If you are taking a blood thinner, specifically warfarin or Coumadin, you must talk to your doctor before suddenly increasing your leafy green intake. The high levels of vitamin K can interfere with your medication. The key for you is consistency. Don't go from 0 to 100. Talk to your doctor about finding a safe, consistent level for you. So let's recap. We've learned that the 2 biggest enemies to your mobility for anyone over 60 are hidden sugars and processed foods like white bread and deli meats. They cause inflammation and rust your tissues, making your muscles weak and your joints stiff. And we learned that the hero food, the one that can truly help, is leafy greens like spinach, kale, and beets. Their dietary nitrates boost your body's miracle molecule, nitric oxide. This floods your muscles with oxygen and nutrients, helping you build strength, improve stamina, and walk with confidence. The lesson here is simple. It's less of the bad and more of the simple, powerful good. Your body has an amazing ability to heal. It's not about a magic pill. It's about giving your body the right tools. Your action step today is simple. Go to your kitchen. Find one sugary item or one processed food and make a plan to replace it. Then, add 1 serving of leafy greens to your very next meal. That's it. Start small. If this video was helpful, please click that like button and subscribe to our channel for more senior health tips that actually work. Your support helps us reach and help more people. And please, one last time, in the comments, tell me, what is your favorite way to eat spinach or kale? Your idea might be the one that helps someone else in this community. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay active, and I'll see you in the next video.